Everybody, welcome to Masks of Nyarlathotep, Pulp Cthulhu style here on Garblag Games. We are going to wrap up the prologue in Peru today. This is it. And then we're going to take a bit of a break.
I'm here for an Expanse watch party. What's going on?
Yeah, we're watching The Expanse. Sorry, everybody. It's been canceled. We're watching The Expanse instead. Pete's on it. So we're going to wrap this up tonight. This will be the final part of this continent. No, we're going to North America. It's the same continent. No, we're South America. I don't know where we are. That final part of this chapter. And then we are going to take a break for about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. And there'll be a different game in this time slot for that time. And then we're going to jump back to it. And we're going to America. And we're starting the actual adventure. We're going to do it. This has all been leading to the actual adventure itself.
Today. You've nearly finished character creation.
Yeah.
What is this, GURPS?
Yeah. I didn't sign up for GURPS. All right, so let's do the round tables. Everybody can plug what they got going on this week and tell everybody about their character. We'll do the recap, we'll do our luck recovery, and we'll get right into it. So Pete, you are up first.
Good evening. I am Garblag. Hello, yes, I'm Pete, and I'm playing Elsie Ashford, the international cricket legend and dynamite aficionado. What am I excited about this week? The artwork landed from Mustafa Bakir for Dodeca RPG, my Kickstarter, which was successfully funded, and I'm working on the layout right now. If you go and check out Garblag Games on Twitter, you can see some of the awesomeness that Mustafa is lending to the grimdark adventures of Dodeca.
Yes, very nice.
Dodeca! And I've called this Masks of Thingy, episode 8. That's right, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
What about LC? Did you tell us about LC?
I did.
Okay, sorry, I'm busy doing other things. I apologize. I'm distracted.
Pay attention, Matt. Come on.
Megan, what hit the table this weekend with your board game collection?
Well, we played some cards, actually. The kids were like, yeah, you know what? Need some time away from board games. And unfortunately, there's 3 of them and there's 2 of my husband and I. So they outvoted us. So we played.
So you said, get your pocket money. I'm teaching you poker.
What pocket?
And then you cleaned them out.
I would like to say that happened. But no, we played some whist. Some good whist and some hearts and some crazy 8s and some kings in the corner. And I realized that my 10-year-old is a crazy crib player. Here I thought, well, we'll teach her how to play, we'll slowly bring her into the fold of like the family tournaments and so forth. But she's apparently known how to play for like 3 years. And so she went in and she cleaned our clocks, 10 years old. Anyway,
so you're tidying her bedroom for the next 6 months, are you?
Maybe.
I've never understood crib. It looks fun. It's never clicked with me.
Oh, Matt, it's great. It's just 15s. 15, 15, 15. It's great.
It's Game of Life, but with cards.
Yeah. You go anywhere in Canada and people have a crib board. It's like you have to have one in your house. It's weird.
If you don't have one, Matt,
I don't have one. I have a crokinole board. Do you have one of those, though?
I do not.
There you go.
We'll do a swap.
What?
Crokinole.
It's like shuffleboard.
It's that lost colony from North America.
Is it carved into the bark of trees?
Yes.
Crokinole.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I play Gwyneth Murphy, and she's an artist from New York, which needed a little bit of a break from the party life there. So she decided to go on this crazy adventure in South America, and it has definitely brought some craziness to her life and some new inspiration as she's sketched her way south across the country. I just wanted to put a little disclaimer out there. If I start drooling tonight, it's because I had some dental work done.
You're horribly drunk.
No, dental work. What are you talking about?
You're a real Cthulhu
sorry.
cultist, and you're actually growing tentacles out of your mouth.
Shh, don't spoil it for later.
We're all a little loopy tonight for this, for the end of Peru, aren't we?
We are. Enjoy, everyone.
Enjoy. We'll all die. All right, Callum, how are you? What have you been up to?
Hello, I'm enjoying the gloominess of our first anniversary of a lockdown here in London. Beyond that, last Monday on Cafe Release on my stream, my guest was Alex Bouy. I'm from Canada, a designer who released something called the Great Zodiac Race, which was trying to give an opportunity to play Asian traditions and legends in D&D 5e, so go check it out. And my next guest next Monday on the stream, Cafe Rollis, will be Federico Sons, who will be telling us about his Kickstarter campaign for Xanadu, the first expansion for Nibiru, went, because that's how I am. I always interview people too late for their Kickstarter, so my interviews are about, how did it go? But at least that's original content. And finishing on original content or film studies about the Chinese feast featuring Banana Shan and Yvonne Xiao is released now and available both on the RPG Academy and the release stream. So please go check it out. It's a very cool movie, which apparently is completely unknown from English speakers. Speaking of English speakers, tonight or this afternoon, playing Jaden Wallace Hall, a dilettante homme fatale, this beautiful man who is fleeing boredom. I ended up in this rather scary adventure, but maybe, just maybe, found love in the arms of the beautiful Mr. Jackson Elias. We'll see how it will go, if it will be if I will end up as the girlfriend in the fridge for Jackson Elias, or if things will go better for him.
Very good. Jeffrey Baker.
Hi, I'm Jeff. How's it going? Twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers. I play games on the internet. Let's see.
That's my character from Alien last night. Sorry.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Baker.
Jeffrey, no.
declare.
I do declare, Jeffrey, it is your
Chicken is
turn.
very spicy. But yeah, I play different games on my channel. Friday this week, we're continuing our Delta Green campaign that we just started, which is a lot of fun. So we're playing the new Impossible Landscapes game that just came out. And then on Mondays, we play either on our own channel where we play Alien, or over on the Free League Publishing channel where we play Things from the Flood. And tonight I am playing Louis Salvatore, who is from New York, who's a private investigator and who left town for reasons he'd rather not share, but it was not, voluntary. And he's kind of I don't know, he's kind of got a mean face, but he likes to shoot things, sort of, but has been not doing that as much as he probably would like. But I feel like that could change today, so we'll see. So it could be fun.
Yes, very much so. Sorry. Chuck showed up and typed Jeff with like 5 exclamation points, and it got him timed out.
You got banned.
Hey, Chuck.
All right.
Naughty boy.
Ben.
Hello. Hello, yes. I am playing the Right Honourable Viscount Quentin Aloysius Goff, a peer of the realm
Sorry.
with completely normal-sized incisors. They're average. Who is a book nerd, an expert in languages, history, archaeology, anthropology. What's the other thing? Using libraries, which has come in really handy in the jungles of Peru.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's who I'm playing. Very unlucky character, it seems, because I had to use up most of my luck. This week, I have mostly been working on the initial episode of the Garblag, which is finished and off for approval to the other Garblags. So
It's very good.
I was
in
reading
the
it
next
before
couple
this.
of days,
Yeah.
you should be able to go on Patreon and take a shifty at the Garblag and see what's what, have a poke at what we're talking about, what's going on. It's like a little digest of the insanity that our Discord channel has become, along with some prompts and some tips and some reviews. And come and have a look. It's lots of fun.
Very good. All right, let's do our luck recovery. Everybody, do we remember how this works? We roll D100. If it's higher than your current luck score, your result, 2d10 plus 10. If it's lower, 1d10 plus 5.
Yes.
And I got Sirenscape set up because I forgot about it while we were chatting.
2d10 plus 10, right?
2d10 plus 10.
Oh, 19.
The maximum luck we can have is 99 or 100.
99.
I'm full. Got 99 luck points. And
I actually got more luck points off of the 1d10 plus 5 roll than I have done in the previous 3 2d10 plus 10 rolls.
Oh no, they're asking for the
Ben, we
donkey
know
button.
VTTs love you.
Lovely. Hey, there it is.
Poor Billingsley. Going too soon.
The chat was asking for it, so I had to hit the donkey button for them. I promised I would have it on standby. All right. So what happened? What happened last week? You got off the boat. You're in the Peruvian highlands. You're on your way to go to this pyramid, these ruins, whatever it may be. On the way there, shortly after departing the boat, you heard shooting coming from nearby, gunshots. You saw a man up on a hill holding a gun. There was another person kneeling next to him. And Gwen, you decided to run up there and go greet them and talk to them. And they shouted, "Carisi!" and they opened fire on you. Who talked them down? I don't remember. Who talked down the shooting
Viscount, I believe.
Peruvians? Was it the Viscount?
I want to say.
You de-escalated the situation, let them know, no, we are not Carisi, but you found out that his son, his boy, had been attacked by Carisi. He had that circular wound in his chest, and his father had stopped them in the process, so they had not finished feeding upon him. He was quite sickly and quite injured, but for coming and helping him out and chasing away those Carisi, he offered, and also you tried to help his son, heal his son. He offered for you to spend the night at his little his farm. And everybody was quite leery. He didn't like how... I think it was Louis was just like, I don't like his generosity. I think he's going to kill us in the night.
That's pretty fair. I'm in New York. I don't trust people who are nice to you. It's not right.
But you took him up on his offer. And you spent the night at his farm. In the middle of the night, was it... what was it? It was Jaden who heard noises out there, was it not? Or Gwen?
It was me.
Gwen heard noises, started waking everybody up. Jaden was the first one who woke up, and Jaden, you saw out the window, right? There was a humanoid figure standing over the donkeys, and they were going wild. So you opened fire?
Are you punching the donkey button?
I am.
That's because non-anomaly threatened to do shots every time you punch the donkey button.
Oh dear.
Oh wow, I just got someone must die or go insane. I got a reroll tonight. Excellent. Okay.
no, don't do that, please.
Thank you. So you fired at this thing, but you only grazed it. It took off into the pen and out into the highlands, and Elsie and Louis started chasing after it. Unfortunately, it got away. You examined the donkey. The donkey was, in fact, attacked by one of these creatures, these Carisi. It had one of those circular wounds, and the fat was being drained from this donkey. Poor Billingsley. It was Quentin's donkey, Billingsley, that was the victim, unfortunately, and he did not make it. There's a question about voting and checks on the Discord. Sorry.
Use an emote on Ben's post in the Discord.
Thank you. So after that, you pressed on. It was pretty uneventful on the way to the ruins, but you did make it there. You're up on a sheer high cliff looking down on them. It looks like only the top of this pyramid or whatever it was is poking out. And down there, you saw some donkeys and you saw 3 figures. You saw what appeared to be 2 Carisi and Larkin. Larkin himself was with them. And one of them was regurgitating something down the crack at the top of the pyramid. You're not quite sure, but the farmer had told you there was tales of they deposit the fat that they consume there. So you poked around and took a look around this thing, and you waited till they went down. They went down an open pit underground, and you looked around and you determined that it'd be best to head down there as well. At first, the thought was that let's throw some dynamite down that crack and make it bigger. And then you realize, oh wait, that golden ward that was broken by the conquistadors all of those centuries ago was the cause of all this, and you're here to repair that. So calmer heads prevailed and talked Elsie out of dropping dynamite down the pyramid and further damaging the golden
What? It was
ward.
just a
For
thought.
now.
It's just an idea. Come on. I've got 9 sticks of dynamite. That's the only
Because
thing I've
it
written
does
in my
occur to me that
inventory.
if this bad guy is made out of fat and you've got dynamite, fat works quite well like a candle. So we can use the dynamite to just wick the bad guy.
It's an accelerant, yeah. A burn.
And then you can make a joke about sticky wickets and we're laughing. It's all gravy from there on out.
Ah, definitely.
And then the
I'll
scene
remember that.
freezes and the credits start rolling. All right, so let us pick up where we left off. Let me get to where we need to be on Sirenscape, and you are looking at this hole of the shaft. There's already a rope leading down there, and that's where you were going to head next, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, we'd had a bit of a poke around the other holes and areas, but decided that this one was the easiest one to climb down.
Right, because there are these chimneys around the whole area. Oh, there's the sound effects for the... All right, so here we go. Oh, that's not... I'm looking at the wrong game. All right,
Oh,
so...
yeah, that's right. Because I did the archaeology and it was Tiwanaku, the other side of Bolivia, circa 5th century.
Yes.
That was what I was trying to remember. I wrote it down. Well done, me.
So, it looks like this opening is about 10 feet. It's 10 feet deep, goes down 10 feet. And it's about 15 feet wide. Like it's a square, so 15 feet altogether. And there is a rope descending down there into the darkness.
And
What are we-
we're assuming that the people are sleeping because we heard them.
That's right. Down the
Snoring.
yes, snoring down the hole to the north of this one, the smaller hole. You did, Quentin heard sounds down there. It sounded like people sleeping, snoring, resting.
And we thought about dropping dynamite down there, but
Yes.
we didn't know what the tunnels underneath might,
Yes,
how it all might work. So we were like, no, hang on, let's wait.
you could drop dynamite.
I was getting
down
very excited about dynamite.
there.
but
There is no
they
golden
calmed me
ward down that chimney.
Louis did think about going down there and just taking them out, but they were sleeping too. But apparently, people don't trust in my skills. That's fine. That's fine. But we can go. No, we can go down the rope. We can go down the rope. So I'll look at everybody, take a big sigh, and I'll climb down.
You're going first.
Before
All right.
we climb down, everybody, and I'll take a bottle of rum out of my bag and I will pass it round. I'll take a swig and I'll pass it round.
And I'll
Louis?
You might want to give it to me last. I'll just finish it.
Oh,
and give
sure.
it.
Gwen?
I'll just finish it. You're going down into black darkness. You can't see down there. You're fine with that?
Yeah, I think
I
if
could
we
light some
try-
dynamite.
it might be better if before we know. I mean, someone's got to go down there. If we light up something, they're gonna be able to see a light in the darkness pretty easily. So I'll climb down.
Good
and
point.
if it's safe enough down there to light something, I'll light it. So if we got like I'll make sure I have a lantern with me, and I can light something up when I get down.
Okay. Yeah, this rope is secured tightly. I'm not going to make you roll anything to go down there. You can take your time, take as long as you want. You can like hang on to the rope, kind of bounce off the walls and brace yourself. So there's no hurry, there's no rush. You look up every once in a while, and the four of them are all looking at you anxiously and drinking as you slowly lower yourself down there. But it's like I said, it's about 15 feet down. You're lowering yourself down slowly, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and all of a sudden your feet touch something, and then what they touch isn't quite solid. There's like a little bit of give when your feet come down. You're not standing on stone or sand or anything like that. You're standing on a pile of something, and you don't know what.
If I touch it, is it sticky? Is it rough? Does anything come off?
It's dry, and it almost you feel like textile, like clothing, but you also feel amongst that clothing, it feels like stiff, almost like bones. You feel, and it's like an arm. You start like moving your hand along something, and it's an arm, and it connects to a hand.
Okay, there's a body down here. Okay.
Make me a sanity roll, please.
Okay. I see you, game. I see you, game. Yeah. Take that sanity roll.
Okay, you lose one sanity. One sanity loss.
He's from New York. He's seen worse things than a big pile of
Talk about
fat-sucked bodies.
I don't even want to look outside my apartment. It's way worse than this.
I'll go down next. I've got my cricket bat in one hand. I've got a stick of dynamite in my mouth. And I've got my Zippo lighter in my cricket jumper pocket. So I'm going to descend down the rope one-handed. I've got my cricket bat ready, just in case there's anything that needs swatting.
Like Louis.
I got my rifle over my back. I'm not completely stupid.
Well, that's the other thing, Louis. As you're down there, and as you're also descending, LC, the flies are unbearable, swarming around down here, like flies everywhere.
I'll just tug on the rope, let him know to come down, so he can start his descent and everything. I'm not gonna verbally say anything until everyone gets down here.
Yeah. Down here, you also smell, the two of you smell that same stench that you smelled emanating from that crack on top of the pyramid, that like kind of like rancid, rotting meat or flesh smell is really strong down here.
I'm gonna light up a match. I'm not gonna do the full lantern yet. I'm just gonna do like a match, and just to see if I can get just a little of illumination and see if if there's cave hallways leading out of here, something like that.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you light it up, you see that the two of you are standing on like a pile of bodies, old bodies, shriveled up, like ancient bodies. These are not fresh or new. These have been here for quite some time. Elsie, you're also going to have to make me a sanity check as you realize you're standing on a pile of bodies.
Aha!
You take one sanity loss, even with your success. It's a little too much. Your nerves are getting to you. You don't know if Larkin is around the next corner. You don't know if these vampires are lurking there. And now you're standing on bodies. Oh, it's all a bit too much. Everybody else, you start to descend down there as well. Go ahead and make me a... Pardon me? Did you say, am I?
Do I?
Somebody really needs to keep an eye on the donkeys up there. So.
Oh, Jackson, I'm not sure. Going down this.
Somebody say donkeys?
The donkeys are coming too.
Well, I think I'll go last.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go.
Gwen grabs the rope then, and says she'll go down, and she descends down there. I'm gonna say is there a match, or do you have a torch now?
Once because I wanted to see if there was like ways out, if there were hallways out, and then once I get a sense for that, I'll go ahead and get a lamp out and keep it low. I'll keep it fairly low, so it's not like giving us too much light, but enough that we can not.
You're
stumble
swatting flies. They're really annoying. They're
gun in the other hand. Shooting flies.
You're shooting flies all around you.
Just taking the wings off them.
Make me a spot hidden roll, please, as you're kind of moving your lantern around, and the shadows are catching every angle, and the dead bodies are casting shadows on the walls opposite you.
That's a success.
You start, you're scanning around, and you see that there is the outline of a tunnel entrance in the wall. But it's quite low. It looks like it's only about 4 feet tall, but it's about 15 feet wide. So it's long, but it's short. You're gonna have to crawl your way through here, and this looks like the only tunnel. It heads northwards.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'll just take up a position next to it. I can kind of look down at waiting for everyone to come down.
Can I? Is the earth around it? Is it hard? Is it soft?
Like underneath the bodies?
No, around the entrance of that tunnel.
It's hard. It looks like it's limestone. It looks like it's actually carved, and it's part of this actual structure itself.
Okay, there aren't any cracks or anything I could like jam a stick of dynamite in.
There are cracks everywhere. Do you want to jam a stick of dynamite in one of the cracks?
Well, I thought it might be good for like, where we're escaping,
Mm-hmm.
blow the tunnel behind
Definitely.
us kind of thing. So
You
I
could-
might I'm not just gonna, like, while they're all descending, I will carefully ease a stick of dynamite into a crack above the entrance of this 4-foot high tunnel, so that on the way out, someone could light it, and the last person up the rope, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Uh, so you're doing that. The others, you descend down there as well. You see Elsie shoving dynamite into a crack as you get down
Carefully.
there. Louis is scanning the area with a lantern, again casting these horrific shadows all over the walls from the decomposing bodies in the pile that you came down on. Louis, with your success that you got there, also you got a 3-star. No, that was your Sandy. But even with your spot hidden success, you notice in the ground, like in the sand, you notice like the odd coin or piece of jewelry in there.
Okay. I'll point those out to like Quentin. Like, you make heads or tails of this? Get it?
Once I get down there,
Yeah, I'll say you'll take your time getting down there.
I'll take a look at the stuff that Louis pointing out and see if I can get a feel for it. Is it stuff that's come off of those bodies?
So
Or
that's
is
the thing.
it-
So looking at the odd little pieces of trinkets, it looks like yes, they're jewelry.
Oh, and do I need to make a sanity roll once
No.
I get down there?
No, I'm gonna say you already know the bodies are down there. I'm not gonna make the rest of you roll for that. Actually, everybody who went down there just lose one sanity. Lose one sanity regardless, even though you saw them. But I'm not gonna make you roll. But the trinkets that you find on the ground, they appear to be more modern, and these are not ancient findings from this pyramid itself.
Yes, I think these have come from those poor folks back there. This isn't antiquities. This is keepsakes and trinkets from
This pile,
those poor folk.
this pile of bodies is not as old as the temple itself. They've been filling it for centuries.
Yes, they've been down here for some time. These
Please don't mention the bodies so much.
We don't know who's down here.
No, quite good point. Yes. Mum's the word. Library voices.
No, just lower the teacher voice slightly.
Library voice.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh, just don't speak. That would be great. I'll try to listen if I hear anything coming from the corridor.
Yes.
Can we all listen?
Yes, you can
Nate,
all.
I said
I'm
it,
too
being
too
person.
busy making sure this dynamite doesn't explode as I push it in carefully into the rock.
You know,
You-
Elsie, pushing dynamite into a wall.
You can all make listen rolls if you want, like at the mouth of this cave heading forward. Holding the lantern in front of this opening, this 4-foot opening, you do notice that it slopes down. This thing's gonna. Holy crap! Look at that critical success.
Of
I
all
look
the
over.
bloody things to roll a one on. Of all the damn things. Not a
Treat it
Cthulhu
like that.
mythos roll. No,
Oh,
a damn
if
listen.
you react like that.
Brilliant.
Roll with it. Be happy.
Quentin has giant
I
ears.
think I hear something.
You hear everything.
So it descends down this tunnel, so you're going to be going down deeper underground as you crawl in the darkness. But you get to the opening there, Quentin, after you've looked over these trinkets that you found laying around, and you swear again. You can hear snoring in the distance, and you can also hear like a gurgling, churning sort of noise, and that's going to be what like Louis and Elsie heard earlier. You now hear this
Can I
unsettling.
get an echolocative distance or direction kind of sense?
Hang on, Matt needs to raid.
Oh, bear with me while I raid us. Oh, I got your success.
I love it.
With your success, with your like bat-like skills, with your success, your sonar. Yes.
Yes, are they coming from different directions?
They
or
are coming from different directions. They're both coming from down this tunnel, but it seems to be emanating from different directions. Does that help?
Yes, absolutely.
Did that work? No. I think I spelled Garblag Games wrong. There we go. Okay, so yes, you do determine that with your sonar bouncing off the walls. You are a vampire, aren't you?
Fortunately, none of the other players can hear the hypersonic squeak that I unleashed down the tunnels to echolocate my way around.
Do you also hear like the beating of blood as it goes through the veins?
Yes, but I've been able to smell that for some time. I've learned to ignore it.
There's an ongoing war between the fat vampire and the air quote classic vampire.
Yes.
Oops. Does it look slippery at all, like going down this tunnel? Like
So it doesn't look slippery, but you notice that it's not smooth. So there are stalagmites have formed from dripping over the years at the limestone, and it's quite uneven. So there is the risk of cutting yourself as you're on your hands and knees crawling through the darkness.
I will turn around. I'll be like, everyone, just be careful. And then I will start like army crawling, gun in one hand, lantern in the other, kind of slowly pushing the lantern forward and crawling after it. Push, crawl, however long, whatever I have to do. I'm not sure how.
So you're just kind of taking your time.
Pass me the
slow and
lantern.
steady.
Pass me the lantern. I can hold it to one side.
Next to
It's
these
15 foot wide,
explosives.
isn't it?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is
it's pretty
15
wide,
foot wide.
yeah.
Yep, you could
Oh,
go
I've got
shoulder to
the
shoulder.
dynamite in my
Yeah,
my
You've got
pouch.
a cricket bat and dynamite. You got a lot in your hands. You sure you can?
It's okay.
You
It's
sure
okay.
the
It's okay.
lantern next to the
Don't worry,
dynamite?
I'm gonna hold
good?
lantern, and I'm gonna put the bat away. I'm gonna pull out my cricket ball.
Which
Okay.
he's taped some dynamite to.
It's got dynamite. No.
Duct tape.
So yeah, I mean, I'll start moving forward.
All right. Did you want to go 2 by 2? Because it is wide enough. LC's right. You could go shoulder to shoulder, two of you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll hold the lantern.
Yeah.
You get ready for a shot.
Oh, I'm always ready for a shot. Yeah, no problem. Oh, you mean with the gun? Sorry. And then I'll start climbing.
Are you larking?
What?
What kind of shot are you talking about? All right. So
No,
you all
it's-
start
you know.
descending
So
down.
I
this-
take a look at the remaining companions that we have, and it's
Yes.
Miss Murphy, shall we?
Absolutely. I'm gonna take the scarf from around my neck and wrap it around my face and nose and mouth because it's pretty smelly. And then I'm gonna stealthily crawl through this tunnel.
You want to roll stealth?
I do want to roll stealth.
Okay. Please do. Okay. You're silent. Meanwhile, LC's up there going, hand me the the torch. Hand me this. Hand me that. No, it's okay. The dynamite's put away now. But you're quiet.
I think I'm whispering, but I've had too much rum.
Yes. I like it.
Will it emulate Gwen and I think it's quite interesting fashion statement and put on a scarf also around my mouth.
Okay. Yes. So that's a good point. As you enter this tunnel, you are assaulted by this stench. It hits you in the nose like a punch. Everybody who didn't cover up their face, so that's everybody other than Gwen and Jaden. I need you to make me a Constitution roll, please, to try and stop
Are we still
yourselves
able
from...
to cover our faces when we see them doing it? Or is it too late and we then need to make the Constitution
Make
rolls?
the roll, and then we can go.
I'll make the roll and then do it. That seems fair.
Remember, people, mask up when you go out. Put it on your nose and on your mouth.
Let me just finish vomiting everywhere first.
So, LC and Louis are in the lead, and they start gagging, and they.
I passed.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
I've got Con 80.
Yeah.
I'm a sportsman. Come on, I hang out with Australians, so I'm used to crap like
This
this.
must
I probably
do.
smell worse than this shit. This stuff. Excuse me. Sorry.
All right, so Viscount, you start
I'm a
gagging,
soft and dainty
heaving.
librarian posh boy.
Yes, you
I
start
don't like
heaving.
the smell.
So you can now put something over your face, but you are going to be affected. You're going to be nauseated for the next few minutes, and what that means mechanically in the game is you're going to have a penalty die to your rolls for
Yeah,
the next little
I've
while.
got. Where's nausea?
Unless you can push this roll, so nobody's really ever pushed their rolls. Just if you push your roll, the results are really, really bad. It's going to be very negative. So you could, in this instance, re-roll if you wanted to.
I have a 50-50 chance.
All right. You got the push button. If you expand it, if you click on the number there.
Let's give it a try. What's the worst that
Somebody
can
want to
happen?
buy Ben a re-roll? Oh, no.
Say that.
Ah!
Oh, no.
Does somebody want to
That's
buy
the
Ben a
worst that could
re-roll?
happen. I will take my licks. I'm British, damn it.
All right. I'm just waiting. Sorry, I was waiting for see if anybody was going to buy you one. All right, so all of a sudden, Quentin just starts dry heaving and starts vomiting. Oh, there we go. Non-anomaly.
three rerolls.
Old Uncle Mojo, non-anomaly,
And Aaron.
and Aaron all have your back. So you have 3 rerolls. Would you like to use another one before you start vomiting uncontrollably?
I think I will endeavour to do so, yeah.
All right.
Gonna roll a
Oh,
90.
my
Oh, for
goodness.
the love of...
Oh!
You know what? We'll take the vomiting uncontrollably.
All right, so
at this
you just-
stage.
he starts-
I don't want to go near another dice again.
Oh, non-anomalies is for LC.
Thank you.
So you start heaving uncontrollably, and you start throwing
That's
up.
a separate one for LC. She got me one as well.
Oh, nice. Oh my goodness.
And there's one for Gwen.
Gwen's got one.
It's because all those shots she's had to drink every time you press the donkey button.
All right. Well,
She no longer cares.
Press it again.
I need to do it again. Yeah. So he just starts throwing up uncontrollably, and that you feel terrible, Quentin, because this is you're a proper Englishman, and this is not like you. So you just start throwing up uncontrollably, and it starts to roll down this tunnel that is angled downwards a little bit, and we'll say LC and Louis kind of get out of the way.
Oh, hold it in, old chap. Come on, that's not very becoming.
Sorry. The smell reminds me of school dinners.
Can I just maybe have an like a what was it, a cocoa leaf that I had for my car sickness?
That was for altitude sickness.
Oh, altitude sickness.
Good thinking. Good thinking. Yes. So instead of being sick, it was for a set amount of time. It's going to be double the amount of time. Quentin, you've now made noise. They can hear you just like heaving, and it just echoes down. You're down a shaft going down, and it just echoes right down this shaft, alerting anyone or anything that you are coming, and a strong smell as well. Thank you. Is also
If any of them are called Huey or Ralph, they probably think I'm calling them personally.
all right. So let's head on down this tunnel, shall we?
Oh, great.
So you make your way down, avoiding the throw up as you make your way down this tunnel. It keeps going on and on and on. Do you just have the lantern at the front? Is that how you're illuminating the shaft? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I'm holding the lantern.
All right. So you get going, and you're going for quite some time. And it's hard to tell time. Like, it feels like you've been going for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Seems like this has been going on forever. And you get to a spot, and you look up, and you can see there is a shaft going up, and it's about 15 feet in diameter, and it goes straight up, and you can see just like a little crack of light shining through, and you determine this must be one of the chimneys that you encountered above ground. You're underneath one of those other chimneys that had the stone slab on it, and the sun is just barely shining through a crack above.
This is one of the ones that was probably like that. That wasn't
the one
fully
with the-
clear, though. Yeah.
No,
It's
this
not
is
an
the middle
escape
one.
route, is what I'm saying.
It's that one.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah.
Making our way down further and further and further.
Yep.
And finally, after, it feels like forever. Like every little sound, every little noise, every little anything. You whip around, you shine the light.
At any point do we see the end of the tunnel before we
Yes.
get there?
The end's coming up. It looks like it ends in a T-junction going back both the right and the left of you.
Is there any light coming from the tunnel? Or is it just our light?
Gentlemen, hold up.
There is some light coming in from the right. Your right as you're going down the tunnel. The right-hand
Two
side.
different sleeping room, and I'll point to the right-hand side. Fat room, and I'll point to the left.
Maybe cut the light. We can see.
Pass
where
it
we're
back
going.
here. Pass it
Cut
back.
the light.
Oh yeah, I'll pass it back. How about?
And then
you
rather
wait
than
here?
turning it off, I'll turn it down to its lowest setting, and like mask it with my jacket.
Set
How
yourself
about
on
Louis
fire.
and I go up to the T-junction to have a look?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go up to the
donkey
T-junction.
followed.
Donkeys.
Yeah, the donkey will not stop. I hit the button a long time ago.
We'll stealthily.
So you want to
move on,
stealth?
I
Do you want to
guess.
stealth your way up there?
Stealth it. We're gonna
Okay,
stealth it.
both of you, please make me a
Absolutely.
stealth roll.
Oh,
It'll be just
God,
standard.
here we go.
Standard. It's dark.
Got a
Oh,
reroll, so that
Louis.
might help.
Louis does
I
not have a
reroll
roll,
as well.
do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to use luck on that.
Okay.
That is
I will burn
no.
luck as well.
4 away from a pass. So 4 luck spent. There we go.
Louis, you got a
24.
reroll from
I don't mind.
non-anomaly also.
Yeah. No, it's a low skill to do a reroll on. So I thought 4 luck is a worthwhile spend. You know, I'll use a reroll when I throw dynamite.
All right. So you get down to the T-junction. You look to your right, and that's the room where the light's coming from. And it looks like it's natural light shining down from one of those chimneys above. In there, it's a small room, and it looks like there are 3 like woven mats in there, and a whole bunch of like garbage and belongings. It almost seems like piled up in the corner. You see 3 figures sleeping on those mats.
Okay.
Do they look like pale Westerners
Yeah.
with hats lying
from what
by their
Big
beds?
hats.
there are hats laying on the ground nearby.
Okay.
You also see, as you kind of you don't really shine light, but you're looking over the room, and you're silent, right? You're quiet. You're observing. You notice that it's not really a pile of garbage, but it looks like a pile of like coins and jewelry and belongings, and it's almost ancient artifacts, watches, just like an accumulation of almost like treasure or riches that they possibly have come from the bodies and such that they've brought down here or fed.
Can take these out while I sleep.
I pull my knife out of my pocket.
Same.
Okay, so the rest of you, I don't know how close you are. I'm assuming you see the 2 of them.
I'm going to say to Louis, I'm going to go back up the tunnel. I'm going to be like, Gwen, do you have a knife?
Search around. Yes.
Louis, you.
So I'll stealthily follow them.
All right, do you want to make me a stealth roll, please? I'm not going to make LC roll again. You do have a reroll, Gwen.
Oh, I'm gonna spend my luck because
'Kay.
again. Oh, wait, I have to-
Close enough for luck.
If it's close, then just use luck.
Well, how do I do that? I'm clicking on the number and it's just blinking at me.
66 should
Just click
expand it.
once.
Click once and then scroll down a little.
Ah, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
you
funny.
spent
It
6
pops out below your position, doesn't it? So it's
Absolutely.
Sorry.
So, Louis, you're standing there, you're waiting, so you see LC come back.
When
With
they go
Gwen.
creeping off with knives out, I'm going to prop myself against the wall with a gun, a rifle, and sort of cover the entrance that they're going through.
Jaden's gonna pull his handgun as well.
Okay, Jackson's going to do the same. Jackson's also going to ready his handgun. with the two of you. All right, so you can hear they're sleeping. You stand there, and two of these definitely are dressed and look like the Creasy the Third. 100% Larkin. You see there's a needle and a vial laying next to him.
Yours, Louis.
I'm gonna point like. I don't say this, but in my mind, oh, this one's mine.
And I'm gonna mime. You have to cut all the way through.
So that golden ward is not in the perimeter of this room. It is in the opposite room. That other room is what you saw looking down. Just, for dynamite purposes, if you're wondering.
Oh, don't worry. It's ever present in my mind exactly where the next stick of dynamite is. And I got another reroll for dynamite throwing and the inevitable fumble from old Uncle Mojo. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay.
So what are we doing? What's the plan, gang?
Counting down
We're going to
from
do
3.
the old Nazgul in the Hobbit's bedroom moment.
Oh, okay. And they all down the swords. I just watched
but
that the
quiet,
other week.
like
Mhm.
hand above the mouth, go for the neck. And they said you have to remove their head to us.
It's
didn't
true. I can attest to this.
As LC, you're saying this out loud.
They? I'm
You-
gonna whisper. I'm like, you have to cut all the way.
You kind of question yourself as you say this. Remember, you have to cut off its head. And you wonder what has become of this great cricket player. Skulking
This is
around a pyramid,
fantastic.
cutting off heads and dynamite in his teeth.
I'm loving it.
All right, so is this the plan? The three of you just want to creep up
Yeah.
and just start hacking away at these three creatures?
Yes.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Gonna do the lethal weapon bit first. Like, is it 3, 2, 1? You kill.
Oh, yeah, no, that's- I was
Was
going
it
to
one? Or...
What skill do we use to decapitate?
That's the decapitate. Do you not have decapitate skill?
Somebody clip that. What's the decapitate skill?
Fighting brawl, isn't it? It's just
Yeah, it's fighting brawl.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are sleeping, and Larkin seems to be in a drug-induced slumber. Okay, this is what we're doing.
He's gonna.
Yeah, this is what we're doing.
Yes.
Okay,
We're committed.
go ahead and just make me a melee brawl roll to try and increase our stats. But let's look at the degrees of success on your roll. It's going to determine how. Oh, very nice, LC. How well you do at this task. So I'm gonna say LC, you're able to get your knife, you slip it underneath, and like clean. Louis, you're struggling a bit. If you want to spend some points, you could take it to the next level of success, and you'll also succeed like LC.
How many points? Like, get it down into the 20s? Or...
Yeah, get it
Click
down
on
to
it.
the
It'll
20s.
tell you.
How much do you want?
If you expand it, let's see, does it tell you? To increase it to a hard.
Hard difficulty.
Yeah, if you expand it, it'll be 15 luck, and it'll be a hard
15?
difficulty.
Sure.
I guess we could have just rolled it at hard difficulty, but this works as well. Gwen, all right, so you spent luck. Gwen, you're struggling. You're kind of struggling. Do you want to spend more luck? 13 more luck to make it a hard success?
Yep.
All right, so all three of you, 1, 2, 3, down, like thieves in the night, murderers, if you will. All lean down, and you do it. You do it. You know what? All of you, why don't you go ahead and make me a sanity roll for this?
Oh,
You're not killers. This is not what you
Really?
do.
Team murdering is not a
yeah.
happy, friendly thing.
Yeah, let's all make sanity checks for this, please. You were successful, but a little piece of
rolled
your
a 3.
humanity might be lost here. Definitely Louis. Louis is probably killed before.
1%? That's so close.
Louis is probably killed before. Let's be real.
What are you trying to say about me? What did you hear?
Do you want to spend luck, or
I've
you're
never
good
killed,
at the
but
failure?
the pranks in the changing rooms are pretty fierce.
Do you want to spend some luck, or you're good with the?
Yeah. Can you spend luck on sanity? If so, I will spend a point. Yeah. Would only be 1 for me.
Oh yeah, no, you can't, can you?
Didn't think so.
Do you want to reroll or you're good with it? You let it.
No, I'm okay with it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Louis runs screaming into the fat room.
Louis, you lose 3 sanity, and Elsie and Gwen each lose 1 point of sanity.
All right.
44.
So we've decapitated everybody.
You have successfully decapitated the 3 people in this room.
So
You're
I'm
covered. You're covered in blood.
Some of it is Larkins, so it's good news.
Some of it is Larkins. Is it though? I don't know. Yeah. Is this what's become of you here in South America? Is this where you saw
They're
yourself
vampires.
lurking around in a tomb, slitting people's throats, decapitating them? No.
I'm gonna start hysterically crying. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And this, I've gone through this because of survival purposes. However, after the deed's done, was successful, I look down at my hands and it's hot and sticky, and like I go to rub my face and I'm just smearing blood all over my face and I'm crying.
Gwen starts weeping uncontrollably.
I'm gonna move over towards her.
Jaden and
Dynamite
Jackson
her.
and Quentin can all you now hear sobbing. You hear sobbing coming from that room that you're watching.
Okay, if she's like audibly sobbing, I'm gonna press a bloodied hand over her mouth.
Oh my goodness.
Not, just like we can't have any sound. It's like I realized that that's probably going to mess me up at the same time. But again, it's out of necessity rather than desire. I'm not trying to shut her up. I just don't want us to be found.
No, I get it. I get it. The momentary panic of having like this bloody hand against my mouth. It's like, and then it's like right looking over across the way at the like slumbering fat god for sure.
All right. So, Louis, do you want to poke your head out while this is happening and let them know that it's clear, or what?
Yeah.
The others are all waiting.
I'll stare at Larkin for a second and
Mhm.
just be like, I thought more would happen, and then I'll just like.
I just made another sanity roll for doing that to Gwen. But I
Oh,
passed,
did you?
So it's okay.
You're okay. You don't lose anything. When you
I'll carry the head with me. Just
what?
out of I think not even realizing I'm still carrying it, just sort of carrying it with me for a couple steps, and then and then I'll drop it.
It's not Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
All right. So Louis walks out with a head in his hands.
No, I don't go.
No.
I take 2-3 steps, and then I'll drop it.
Okay.
And then I'll peek out. And is it like are we at like a? It's an intersection we're at.
Yeah, it's a
right?
T junction.
Okay, so then I will step out and I will like motion back to Quentin and Jaden.
The lantern lowered down, I'll start to creep forwards then.
You see in my eyes, maybe in the darkness, that I'm refraining to ask you questions, kind of avoiding your gaze. But I don't want really to engage with you right now. Any of you 3.
That's fair. I said I'll just say.
More than usual, Louis.
Yeah. No, fair. I know I'm off-putting. You don't want to look in there.
I'm going to take a quick glance and then immediately snap my attention around to the left and start curiously studying the walls on the left-hand side, looking for any kind of archaeological clues.
So the other side of the T junction?
Yeah.
Okay. Jackson steps in the room and he starts looking at this pile of valuables. He says, "This has nothing to do with the pyramid." And he starts kind of like poking around and looking, and there's items from like Incan times all the way up to modern times. He's like, this isn't part of the treasure. He's like,
Be careful, Jackson.
He grabs a couple of coins and some banknotes, and he's like, there's a lot of money. There's probably like $200,000 worth of treasure here. We should
We should
take this.
Change, really, Jackson. If you need money, I can provide. Don't worry.
He's kind of fixated on it. He starts kind of stuffing things in his pockets. He starts filling them.
Come. Shh.
What?
Well, I assume like shuffling through all this stuff might make a bit of noise. So
Yeah,
I'm
he's
trying
like,
to
what?
be like,
He spins around. What?
"Shh,
No. Okay, we'll come back. We'll come back to this.
I will
later.
yeah, I will whisper to Jackson. Jackson, once we're done here, you're gonna come to me with New York, and we're gonna spend some time at my penthouse, and we're gonna have a grand time together. I can assure you, and you don't need to pay attention to any sort of small valuables which are lying over here. I assure you.
Why don't you go ahead and make me a charm roll? He says, you pull him away, and you break his gaze of looking at these treasures, and he looks at you and goes, I think I'd like that.
I caress his cheek. I'm very close.
Dragon sickness lies upon the gold.
Yeah, and you by doing that and going over there and talking to him, you completely take his attention away from the treasures. But he still has some in his pockets.
He got his attention on the treasure now.
No, off the treasure. Oh, on the I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
The real treasure.
Quentin. Millie says if Jaden dies, I will riot.
And Sharadale said, I will put some small valuables out in my penthouse. You can steal those. Come on.
Jaden is the real treasure. All right, so, Quentin, so everybody's kind of assessing the situation there, or they're coming to grips with what has happened in that room, and you go over to the other side of the T-junction, and you look in, and there's like a base to this pyramid running on the interior of this room, and there's like a hallway or a pathway around the base. Where you're standing in the hallway there, you're at the entrance, there's like a pile of rags just kind of all bundled up in a corner when you first enter this room.
You have a picture, Matt?
Of the pile of rags? No. It's like just old clothing, rotting. You can't really... I'd say you could smell old, rotting, molding, mildewy clothing, but not over the smell of the putrid, rancid fat that's emanating stronger than ever from this room.
I mean, Louis will
Do
take
the
it.
walls look any different here to how they looked in the corridor?
The
Are they more
golden
worked?
inlay, the golden, inlay that similar to what you found and have a piece of, is actually running all along this interior wall, along this interior base. You don't see from here somewhere where it's broken up, but this looks like where you need to go to put it back in place.
Okay, can I start taking notes of what it says on these other bits of the...
Yeah, you could
Ward.
start taking rubbings and such.
Yeah, I'm going to start taking down as much of the ward as I can.
I can tell you what, as you're walking by that bundle of rags, all of a sudden, something grabs your foot. And the bundle of rags starts to slowly stand up. And it's kind of using the wall to hold up its weight. And you see there's this mummified creature standing there that's holding you. And it lets out a moan. And you see a white glisten move through the eye socket of the skull. And this thing is going to attack you.
That's pretty freaky.
I
think I would like to make a sanity check.
Yes, I was going to ask you to make a
because
sanity
I was
check,
not
please. And
expecting
while I
that.
change the music, please make me a sanity check.
Less donkeys now.
Less donkeys, more zombies.
And not no donkeys. Just not.
No, yeah,
just
just less.
Yeah.
Fewer.
And I believe that I will use one of my re-rolls on that sanity check because, good lord, that's not good.
Sorry, the chat asked for it. I
Because
had
that's
to.
so much better. Thanks, dice.
So bad.
Can I use my one last re-roll?
Oh, yes. Yeah, of course you can.
I will do that then because I really don't want to die here.
87.
Oh, for the love of... Mind you, I can... No, you can't top it up with luck, can you? Because it's a sanity check.
Yeah.
Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo.
No, you cannot push a sanity check.
Nope, you can't push, you can't luck.
So you're gonna lose some sanity for this thing coming to life and grabbing you, animating itself. You're gonna lose 4 points of sanity.
59, I'm still more sane than LC.
We need someone to lose 5 in one shot, because that's when you start having the bouts of panic and insanity and things like that. All right, so let's
In
get
which case, I'm going to draw my sword off my back.
That's right.
And in an attempt to just draw the sword and just hack at this thing all in one motion.
I forgot you had a sword. Well, we're gonna go into initiative here.
Okie dokie.
Let me get my stats out for the animated dead that you're fighting, and let's go into combat. I'm gonna say the others may all of a sudden you hear groaning, and you see this pile of rags and this decrepit, decaying body clenching Quentin at the other side of the T-junction as you're all doing what you're doing, holding decapitated heads and such. All right, combat rules. Here we go. So for combat, it's going to be your dex score. Your dex is going to determine how fast you go. What's your dex?
My dex is 60.
Wow. This thing's a corpse, so I'm sure its dex isn't that high. Bear with me as I get to it. Here we go. Its dex is 35. All right, Quentin. So this thing is it's holding you. So it's going to be more difficult. The opponent does have a grasp on you. So you're going to have to roll fighting brawling to break free.
I've got fighting sword.
Well, it's
corrected. I know it's the same thing, isn't it? I corrected fighting brawling to fighting sword, so it was the same thing.
It's restraining you right now, so yeah, you can roll that, but it's restraining you. It's it got up and it's holding you in place.
Okay, well, I'll try and take the arm off then first.
I did see the reroll, thank you. I rolled really good for grabbing Quentin. I was going to use it there if I didn't grab him, but I rolled like a 3, I think, or 7 to grab him.
So, fighting sword. Yes!
Oh my goodness, are you kidding? Wow. So you break free. You break free from its grasp. It's kind of holding you.
Clearly, my lessons have taught you something, Quentin.
You go for your sword, and you start kind of like swinging the air, and you break its grip. This thing isn't very strong. It's like dust kind of emanates from it as you push it back towards the wall, and it groans, and it starts to lurch forward at you. I'm gonna let you. Actually, no, that was your turn. Firearms, you can make more than one attack. With melee weapons, you cannot. So it's going to lunge at you. But you are free. You're free of its grasp for now. And I do have a reroll. Thank you. So
Is dodging a free action, or does that cost me?
It is a free action.
Okay, good to know.
So this thing's looking at you, and you just see a skull. There's kind of like some... You know, like a mummy that they find buried in the sand in Egypt. It looks like that. There's still like flesh. It's like tanned, leathery flesh that's stuck to its skin. Its teeth are showing. There's no lips anymore. And it's just blank eye sockets. And again, you see this like slithering glint of something through its eye sockets in its head. And it's going to try and just like reach out and hit you. Let's see how that goes. I critically failed. I'm going to use my reroll. That was bought for me at the beginning of the session. Oh, so it lunges at you again, Quentin, but it's unsuccessful. You sidestep around this slow-moving, animated corpse is the best way to describe it. The rest of you can now see what's going on. You can enter the fray if you want. We have one round between it and Quentin. And now we'll move to everybody else being involved.
Do we roll dex for initiative?
So it's just whatever your dex score is.
Act on your dexterity.
But if you're using a firearm, it's your dex plus 50.
Okay.
So if you have a fire, and I think you all have firearms.
Throw my cricket ball at it.
Okay. So dex plus 50 if you have a firearm, and I think almost everyone had a firearm prepared or ready.
I had switched out for like a big old knife, so I'm gonna say I don't have the gun out currently.
Okay. So, everybody, what was your score, Quentin? I'm sorry.
60.
60. Gwen.
I'm 90.
Oh, Elsie.
100.
90.
Oh, 100. Sorry.
Sorry, Elsie was 90.
Yep.
Jaden.
100.
100. And Louis.
With no gun, I have an 80.
All right, so that means Jaden is up first. Jaden, you're kind of just standing there. You and Jax were walking back towards the T-junction, and you're alarmed when you see this thing. Actually, I'm going to get everyone make me a sanity roll, please, because you're now seeing a living corpse swinging at Quentin. It's not just Quentin who has to kind of keep it together.
My nerves. Nerves of steel, Jaden.
Oh my god, I failed.
Everyone who failed, you take 2 sanity loss.
Oh, I thought you were going to roll a d10.
No, there are rules behind. There are steps to it. I'd love to roll a d10. Don't get me wrong. There are steps that I have to follow. I don't have to, but
You're the GM. You don't have to do anything.
that's right.
You don't want to.
Other than kill you all. So Jaden, you're the first act. You see this thing. You're horrified. But you snap out of it. You see Quentin's in danger.
Can I shoot at it?
You can take a shot. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a shot. There we go.
Oh, look at you! Look at that. The training from Jackson is paying off. I can't remember what we determined. You had what, a D10? I think for damage is what we had determined previously.
I
your
have a
handgun?
flashback of the lesson with Jackson.
What kind of? Is it the same handgun that I got?
Yeah, it was the same handgun as you.
Yeah, it's a D10.
D10 damage, please. I need more rerolls here, chat. If you want me to do some damage to these fine investigators. Okay.
You don't need rerolls.
What?
It's a 5.
Okay. I'm just looking for its HP. Alright. Okay, so next up in the turn order it's a tie for Elsie and Gwen.
Elsie, you can go first. Still in shock.
I reposition my fingers for a bit of spin, and because I'm in close, wide quarters, it's going to take a different kind of spin on the ball. So I can't go full overarm. So it's like flick it, twist. So I'm going to throw that ball.
I love how into this you are. It's great.
All the years of my dad watching cricket and me going, this is fucking boring, have paid off. 81 is a pass. Look at that. That's good.
Yes.
I can't remember how much damage my cricket ball
We
does.
said a cricket ball did 1d4.
Oh, was it only 1d4? That's fine. 2 damage. Is there a horde of zombies in that room?
No, so it's
the Sirenscape is like there's like a pitch.
I know, right?
It's like Walking Dead.
You throw the cricket ball, thunk! It hits against it. Oh, and it kind of turns its head in your direction. Oh, lets out a moan. 2 more points of
Cricket
damage.
bat comes out of the back sheath.
All right,
I love the idea
Gwen.
that you have a back sheath for a
It's my
cricket bat.
rucksack, but with the zip open.
Gwendolyn.
So I'm gonna look at my little knife and at the zombie, and like somebody's gonna like just snap, and I'm just gonna be like, ah! Go at her. I'll see if I can stab this
Okay,
thing.
do it, please.
And that is, what did we do? Brawl, right?
Yes.
I
That'll
will
work.
continue to ask.
What? Okay. And you're using your knife?
Yep.
Okay, roll me.
The trouble is, guys, we're using up all of our really good rolls on this one shitty little undead.
What
and,
is-
the Chaos God in the next room is going to cause us a few problems.
What kind of knife is it? Like a small knife, or is it a machete? Like, what kind of knife are you carrying? Machete would not be out of place here.
No, not a machete, but like a camp knife. So
Okay,
it's like,
D4
Bowie
damage.
knife.
D4 damage.
That's this.
I'm gonna give you a bonus though on that like ridiculous success.
Hmm.
Gwen, how do you kill this thing? What 2d4? Oh no, roll 1d4. Sorry,
She just did 4. She did 4 damage.
she did 4. Okay. So Gwen, you lunge at this thing, and you just start plunging your knife into it over and over and over and over. And it's barely being held together at this point, but it's still up. It's still up. Next, we jump to Louis with an 80.
I think Louis is gonna
Kill still Louis.
is gonna follow Gwen in and try to hack away.
Okay.
He's got decapitation in his mind, so he's just
Decapitation. All right.
I figure he probably would have a machete, and so I figure I'm just gonna swing in wildly and see if I can. Yeah. So it's
Gwen.
brawl, right?
Yes. Gwen breaking the game, says chat. Oh, Louis.
Bert gave me a
that's
reroll.
bad.
All right, Bert.
Bert gave me a reroll, so I'm gonna go ahead.
Bert.
Thank you, Steve Stillmer. There we go.
Oh,
All right. D4 damage, please, with your knife.
Okay. 4.
All right. So you manage to hack at this thing enough, and you said specifically you had the head in mind. So you swing and you take this thing's head off, and the body just crumples to the ground. It falls. But out from the neck cavity of the skull wiggles a big, massive, glistening larva.
Can we kill that too?
You're gonna have to.
I'm gonna shoot at
It's gonna try and turn you into a Creasy.
dynamite.
Dynamite!
Stop it with the dynamite.
Okay, so let's keep with it. Quentin, you're up. You now see this larva has slithered out of the head cavity of this mummy that you were just fighting.
I am going to endeavour to bisect that a-hole.
Bisect the a-hole.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I mean, the whole thing in general is an a-hole. It's like a...
That's savage.
I heard that the same way, Pete. That wasn't just you. Where's the
Filth
donkey sounds?
merchants. Filth merchants, the pair of you.
Hit the donkey button.
That ain't gonna cut it, I'm afraid.
Do you want to
Literally.
spend some luck?
I don't know that I've got enough. Yes. There you go. Oh, felt that.
Okay. What are you using? You have your sword out.
I've got the sword, so I'm bisecting it. with-
1d8, please. 1d8 damage. Oh, Quentin. Quentin! So, in Pulp Cthulhu, you can you spend it on damage? I think you can, can't you?
Oh, it's
No.
Pulp. Yes, you can.
Can you? Yes. I believe
Do
so.
it.
Not according to this.
No, I'm flipping
It
through.
might just be set up for Call of Cthulhu, though. So
Ah, you mean you can in Pulp, but you cannot in V7 Classic.
Yeah. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Sorry. All right. That's enough out of all of you. All right, so you
reroll for Ben there.
Oh, Ben, you got to reroll. Do you want to reroll your damage?
I don't want to reroll my damage because
Oh.
I'm going to need that reroll because the dice hate me. It just cost me 21 luck to actually hit the damn thing.
Okay, before this thing attacks you, thank you, Morgan J. Twitch. Pulp, no to damage, just to hit. Thank you. Let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway of a Call of Cthulhu starter set PDF. How about that? To the chat.
Oh yeah, I better do that.
Thanks, Garysium.
I'm sitting here like, yeah, that sounds cool.
So thank you, everybody who's joined us for this session so far. The chat has been very active and into
Yes.
what's going on.
Yes.
So this has been a lot of fun.
It's
In
a
exchange
cracking
recipes.
final session.
I kind of wish I'd gone with my original plan, which was smashing the lantern down on it.
What's the hashtag, Matt?
What should we make it?
Our-
Maggot.
Is that what we
Yeah,
did last
good.
time?
Heads.
Did we?
Heads. 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 Hashtag heads, please. To enter to
Donkey
win.
Shots was a good one though.
Donkey
in the
Shots
chat room
was,
as
I
a
Heads. All right. Ashley's in there. There we go. Not tails. Ben. Hashtag heads. Heads. To enter to win a Call of Cthulhu starter set PDF. Compliments of Chaosium.
Our wonderful friends of the game,
That's right.
like Sirenscape, who are friends of the game.
Allies of the game.
Sirenscape
Allies,
enhancers.
enhancers of the game. Sorry, I've had 2 bottles of wine tonight.
I was gonna say, don't mind Pete. Okay. We're gonna do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's draw for a winner.
Rick Stefan.
RQ Stefan. Congratulations, you have won a PDF copy of the Call of Cthulhu starter set. What you need to do to claim that is you need to get into the Garblag Games Discord. Someone drop the link in there. And you need to contact Garblag, aka Pete, and he will hook you up with your prize. So congratulations. Hop
I'll
on
hook
in
you up.
Discord.
Have fun with your box set.
Congratulations. All right, let's get back to the action. So this big, glistening larva starts inching closer and closer to you, Quentin, and it gets to your foot, gets to your shoe, and it starts like going. It goes under the pant leg and up your leg, slithering and inching its way up, and like where it leaves a trail, it like leaves your leg like numb. Like your leg's falling asleep as it's inching its way up your body. It's working its way up.
Kind of glad I've already been sick.
So, it's not going to make it this round.
Old Uncle Mojo says, "Dynamite,
Dynamite
it now!"
it
Dynamite!
now. Oh
It's-
no, he's getting a whack with a cricket bat.
It's not going to make it all the way, but it's going up. And if you remember these things, the one ingested and it turn you into a vampire.
When you
Quentin
say
may truly become a vampire. So it's working
Okay,
its way up.
everybody stand back.
And it's about, I'm gonna say it's about his torso or chest. You can see this thing poking out of his out of his shirt. So let's go back to the top of the turn order, which is Jaden with his firearm. Shoot!
When you say all the way, it's not to the first orifice it finds. It's on the chest.
It's at the chest. It's going to the mouth. It's going to the mouth.
all the way when it starts down the leg.
Has to be the
you
mouth.
don't
Has to
know
be the mouth.
Where the way stops.
Yes.
Eating would be really awkward otherwise.
Okay. I mean,
Nobody wants to be the teabagging vampire.
so we only had lanterns, right? We didn't have torches or some kind.
Lanterns,
Hello?
yes.
Yes. Sorry. I apologize. My wife is calling me nonstop right now. Sorry. My phone is ringing. Yes, you have lanterns. You have lanterns with you, not torches.
Okay. I think I'm the closest to Tintin, right?
I'm gonna say that Louis and Gwen are the closest because they actually ran up to this thing and slashed at it with their knives. Whereas I think you shot it right on your turn.
Yes.
So Louis and Gwen are the closest. I'm gonna say you're in the T junction. He's just on the inside of it, like where this inner room begins.
Okay, so what I will try to do is grab Tintin by the shoulders, turn him to face Louis and Gwen, while ripping off his shirt. So
Yeah.
I get behind him, I rip his shirt, and I turn him towards Gwen and Louis so they can react. So that
All right.
I'm not hurting the thing, but they front row to do something about it.
Sure. Jaden rushes in the room, grabs Quentin, spins him around, and just rips his shirt open. The buttons pop all the way down. They fling off. They bounce off the walls, and you see this big larva thing on his chest. There's like a trail of slime behind it. And again, Quentin, you're getting numb. Like your leg is giving out as you're standing there. The skin where it's slithered up has gone numb.
I will hold him up, by the way, also.
Sure. Yeah. Like if he's like you, feel his weight kind of giving out underneath you. Hold him up. Elsie and Gwen, you're both even. You're at the same place in the turn order. Is it a knife or a cricket bat to Quentin?
Or dynamite.
Or dynamite?
No, I'm holding the cricket bat. That's what I pulled out of my bag.
Who wants to go first?
Elsie, you can go.
Sorry, old chap. Whack!
Don't critically miss.
I hope not. I've got a reroll. I have a reroll.
It's a hit. You wind
It's a
up.
hit.
Whack! You hit this larva dead on. For your bat, we're gonna do a D6 damage.
It's like a club, basically.
Oh no,
isn't it?
a baseball bat. It says a baseball bat is actually D8.
Oh yes. It's
It's like a-
it
it's
should
like
be
a
Cricket
1d8
bat's
plus.
a lot more
It
sophisticated.
should be 1d8
so-
plus 1 then, because
Oh.
it's slightly more sophisticated than a baseball bat.
All right. Oh!
Points of damage.
So,
Boom,
Elsie, you
motherfucker.
You walk into it, you swing upwards, you do whatever that cricket swing is, right on this larva, you flatten it,
I hit
and
it for
like
6.
and just like its innards and that slime and everything just all over you, all over Jaden, all over Quentin, all over Gwen. It just sprays its guts all over the walls. Wherever this its innards have fallen, it's kind of, you're left numb with little splotches here and there all over your face. But you successfully smashed this larva. Slimy, yeah, you've been
I'll
slimed.
just like lock eyes with Quentin, like you're okay, kind of look.
I look around to make sure there's no other larvae
Exactly.
getting
Yeah.
close to us.
Yeah, you all of you take a moment and you look down at this body, you look at this giant larva, and you take a deep breath, kind of wipe the goo off of you, and you assess the situation. There's no other piles of rags or bundles or anything like that laying around in this area from what you could see. Where you're standing now, the room goes two directions. You can either go west or you can go south. Around, and this gold inlay goes completely around the interior of the room in either direction from what you can tell.
I certainly hope things won't go south.
I'm going to take a small pocket handkerchief out of the coat pocket
Yeah.
of my jacket
Yeah.
and start cleaning my chest ever so slightly with a small pocket hanky whilst going back over to the wall to continue my rubbings.
Okay.
I might pull my jumper off because I've got a shirt on underneath and
Okay.
give it to Quentin.
Forgot you were in the apparel for to play cricket.
I know I've been wearing my cricket jumper the whole. I've had like khaki shorts and trousers and things, but my cricket jumper on over a shirt. So I take my cricket jumper off and I give it to Quentin, which is no small gesture, I
A
tell
big
you.
We're like bros for life now.
Come on, old chap.
I think I might be his girlfriend, actually.
I'm gonna go look for Elsie's ball.
Okay. Yeah, it's laying nearby because it bounced off the mummy, so it's laying nearby. You can go grab his cricket ball and
Get up and wipe it off and check it to him.
as Elsie gives his jersey to Quentin. It's like that old Coca-Cola commercial with the kid and the football player. You
Aw.
toss him your jersey. Does it mean Joe Green?
Mean Joe Green.
You're
yeah.
Mean Joe Green, Elsie. And a Coke.
I think Louis.
I absentmindedly catch the cricket ball without looking.
All right.
Louis is looking around for any sign of that thing that LC and I saw. He's looking for if there's any other tunnels or if there's any like that mass that they were vomiting into. Like we're looking if there's anything in here.
You can actually hear the gurgling in here, really, really loud. The gurgling and the churning, and it seems to be coming more clearly from the southerly direction where you have the two crossroads now that follow this interior wall with the inlay on it.
Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Because we saw from the outside.
Yeah.
Where we were headed.
Mm-hmm.
Do we remember which direction that would be? Would that be south or the other one?
So that's a good
I'll
question.
just point down the tunnel and say that goes.
But we saw the
into
top of the pyramid, didn't we? And
I'll-
now we're seeing like the sides of the pyramid underground.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Go ahead and make me a.
I do declare.
I do declare. I'll tell you what. I need you to make me. A library use roll. Quinn's like, yes.
A
No.
library use roll.
Did he seriously say library?
Who's making
use
this?
No.
Taking the piss.
Make me.
I want to make a library use roll now.
Make
Louis
me.
kinda does too.
Make me a survival roll, please.
Bet he can't survive in a library.
That's what I'm
Are we all
looking at my
doing this?
list here for the most
Or is it-
appropriate. Survival. We'll go survival.
Sorry, who's rolling survival?
who's-
Everybody's kind of like
everybody.
who
Everybody.
you're sitting there and you're talking about this fat
I'm not
being
actually.
drained down.
I'm freaked out by the maggot, so I'm just.
Sure.
Everybody.
Chat demands a library.
Yeah.
Roll survival.
Make me a library roll.
Yeah.
Roll survival.
So nobody's passed. Nobody's passed the survival roll. Okay, so you can't determine where this might be going, but the crack was in the middle of the roof, so it may have been going down into whatever's inside of this wall that's going through the whole interior of this room. So this almost looks like a
Dynamite.
base or a chamber of this thing, and the ward is all the way around it.
Hold on, I'm gonna spend the luck for this one.
Gonna be a
That's
hole
all.
somewhere. We need to
That's all right.
sort out.
Okay, so Jane, you're like, okay, yes, the crack was directly above. It would have been feeding down into whatever is inside this base, whatever, like this interior wall, whatever's on the other side of it. They were spitting down into it, draining fat into it. You determine you need to search these walls for wherever there's a space, and put this ward back in place, because they're feeding whatever the ward is keeping inside of there.
So, like the pyramid inside the chamber we're looking at.
Yeah, so you're
There's
inside a
cracks
room.
somewhere,
There's
and we need
there'll
to
be a
search.
crack up in the ceiling, but you can't see it because this interior wall or chamber, or it's described as a base, goes from floor to
Okay.
ceiling in this room that you're in, and the ward runs all the way around this interior base or
Okay,
chamber.
so we're
that's
kind of
completely
looking at like a
enclosed.
tunnel that runs around the outside of
The perimeter of
buried
it.
pyramid,
Yes,
and there's a crack in it somewhere. We need to
somewhere.
Okay.
Do you
I wonder if it's
monetize
in that south side where there's that big hole. With
Oh, there's
goo
that giant
sliding out
pool
of
of leaking out. Yeah, I wonder.
Find.
Bet no cheating.
I see.
Sorry, fog of war still
OC.
covering that.
I didn't
We'll
bother.
Search for it then.
What's that? Sorry.
I said if that's the case, if we're looking for a specific empty spot, yeah, I mean, it's time to spread around and look for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Um,
go ahead.
I'm just going to sit down for a minute and take out the mask
Mhm.
from my bag and just sit there holding it.
Okay.
Just look at all of them and see if they're doing anything.
Like the others?
Yeah.
Okay. What is everybody doing? Quentin is taking the mask. If you want, you guys can make me he's trying to wait till you're not looking at him. You could all make me a hard spot hidden roll. to see if you notice him out of the corner of your eye as he takes this mask out.
Here we go. No.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
This is hard.
Louis Salvatore.
So Quentin, you're walking around and you're pretty sure that, you know, they got their backs turned, they're talking, they're discussing like, okay, here's the ward, we got to find where this needs to go back, and you start pulling the mask out, and like Louis out of the corner of your eye, and Gwen, did you pass also? No. Louis, you right away, you see like a glint of light off the mask, and you see Quentin pulling it out and holding the mask.
Okay. I mean, he knows more about this stuff than I do, so I'm gonna go back to
So
looking
I was looking to see if anybody did make eye contact with me. So when Louis does make eye contact with me, I'm going to hold the mask at him and kind of shrug.
and I will shrug back because I don't know. And I'm gonna go back to looking for the empty space.
All right.
It's this is his thing, you know.
All right. So what do you want to do, Quentin? Are you gonna put it on? Are you gonna do what I think you're gonna do?
The time to do it.
Yeah, I think I need to.
Good.
I think I need to put it on. And try and access whatever information is in it. I know I'm going to struggle to make the roll. I'm not very good at it. It's going to be difficult.
Everybody in chat, give Ben a reroll right now.
Go ahead and
Bad rolls. You're due, Ben.
go ahead
And
and make
I
me a
think the only way
roll.
we're going to beat this thing is knowing this thing. I don't think we have the information that we need.
The only way we
Yeah.
beat this thing is by doing whatever and
Okay.
leaving without any knowledge, like like complete fools. Like I didn't understand what happened there.
All right, Ben, you got a reroll. Go ahead and make me a POW roll, please. POW. You got a whole everybody. Oh, it's throwing them at you.
You got this.
So power, regular difficulty.
Regular difficulty, and you want to. Yes. You want to succeed.
Whoa! That is awesome.
When it counts.
Wow.
When it counts, we're
You
gonna
Feel
miss
the
it.
hold-
might of my psychic
Oh.
strength.
Oh,
Cthulhu.
dude.
This I was not expecting this. Okay.
This is
Um,
like Delta Green. This might.
this
go
is
down.
not good.
I didn't think so.
Oh, it's not good. Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
Oh, you got too deep.
You hold up the backside of the mask, right, which was a mirrored finish, and you look into it, and it starts to swirl, and all of a
The
sudden
true Nyarlathotep was the Tintin you met along the way.
you're transported and you're taken, and you just see like a black sky and lightning, and you see. Remember that creature, Nyarlathotep, that you remembered as you're going through this adventure and your learnings, and things popped up with the long, curled, elongated head. You see this creature, and it's sitting atop a pyramid. And you're standing there in awe, and it turns and looks at you. I need you to make me. We're gonna do some sanity check here. You're seeing an elder god. This is like the biggest way to lose sanity.
2d20.
It looks at you, and it knows you're there. It sees you. I was not expecting you to get a critical success.
That's bad.
He has a whole bunch of rerolls. I don't know if he wants to let
And
this
I was
ride.
happy for you. I was like, yes.
Wow.
Exactly. 1d100.
Psychic warfare versus an elder god. What's the worst
So did you
that can
fail or
happen?
did you pass? You passed?
Uber passed.
On what? What am I
Oh,
rolling?
you passed your sanity?
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
no, he's
I
got
haven't
to
rolled
roll
it.
make me a
Yeah,
sanity
he
roll,
hasn't rolled
please.
that yet. Matt, you've got a reroll, remember?
I did not pass my sanity roll.
Do you
on
want to
that
re-roll
check,
it?
But I am going to re-roll it.
Matt, you've got
Of
a
course I am.
reroll.
Again, going to re-roll
Okay,
it.
I got to re-roll? So I
Oh,
can...
for the love of...
Ben, you can only reroll once, can't you?
Oh, can you? Okay, well, in that case, I'm not going to re-roll it the second
So
time.
Ben
I'm
is
just
looking.
gonna-
This thing
Go
looks
mad.
at you, and it says, Larkin is gone, and I need a new vessel. Oh, I gotta reroll. I'm rerolling that. Quentin, you lose 39 sanity as this thing looks at you and speaks to you and says, "I need you to be my new vessel and to carry me through this world to carry out my mission."
Great.
And I shall say no. No.
Okay, so you all see Quentin, and he's just like staring in his mask, eyes wide open. He is completely gone. He is not there. You're answering Quentin, this being, this elder god, but you are not. You're not doing it audibly to them. It's all happening mentally. You see him standing there.
Okay, I grab the cricket bat from LC and I hit the mask.
Sorry, old chap.
Yeah, well, you can try. You can tell me you stopped me, but yeah, go to
No,
grab
I'm
your
just
cricket.
asking why you need the bat. I
No,
haven't
but
noticed. I'm not aware of what's going on.
I'm pulling on it crazily. So either you keep it. I'm not
I
I'm taking
I
the
let
thing.
go. I let go.
I'm just kind of frantic and do it immediately and hit the mask if I can. I don't care if I hurt the hands of Quentin. I just hit there.
Quentin, this thing reaches out and it takes a long, dangly, pointy finger and just taps you on the shoulder. And as it touches you, you feel this surge of power, and all of a sudden you're sucked out, and you're standing there in the pyramid, and Jaden's standing there with a cricket bat in front of you.
And your hands are smashed.
And your hands are broken.
Broken fingers.
Is it before he's hit the mask away or after he's hit the mask away or what?
What's that, sorry?
That I snap back. Do I snap back because he knocked the mask out?
You
or
snap
do I
back because he
snap
knocked
before?
the mask out of your hands.
Okay.
I agree, the reroll was well spent. Because 12 sanity loss was not enough for seeing an elder god. You're gonna gain a phobia.
I've got an insanity.
Yeah, you're gonna gain insanity, you're gonna gain a phobia, you're gonna get a madness. We got all kinds of things we need to figure out after this.
Wait till I've blown up the pyramid. We can sort that out later.
He's gonna have a bout of madness, Millie, is what's also happening here. Which lasts for 1d10 hours, so let's figure that out. 6 hours. And let's roll a bout of madness for old Quentin.
Dribbling. Hopefully it's dribbling.
Not going to be dribbling.
It's another d10. Let's see. 8. Flee in panic. When the investigator comes to their senses, they are far away, perhaps lost in the wilderness on a train and run to... So the mask gets knocked to your hand, Quentin. You come to, you see them standing there, you get on fours, and you start climbing back up that shaft to get out of this pyramid as fast as possible after you've been snapped out of it and whatever this thing was you saw face to face.
Stop him!
I'll go running after.
Quentin, old chap.
Stop! Like, so no, like, persuade or anything like that'll stop him in this.
All right. RQ Stefan says more than 5 sanity in one go is a chance of a bout of madness. You have to fail an intelligence roll to avoid. Losing more than 20 plus of your sanity in one day is a permanent insanity. So you gain a permanent insanity, which we're gonna figure. I'll figure out after this.
So do I not get the bout of madness?
Make me an intelligence roll. You might.
I might actually make this.
You might make it. You may not flee. You may not flee, but you are. There are going to be long-lasting effects. We're going to roll on some tables and get you some stuff.
Damn smart.
All right, you keep with it.
So going to fail now.
Yeah, I'm screwed on the next roll.
Oh no, you passed. Okay, so
yeah.
Sorry, I thought you hadn't rolled.
No,
yet.
I'm not fleeing.
I'm damn smart.
So the permanent
I'm developing some ridiculous insanity.
So the permanent insanity bout lasts for hours. So I'm gonna say you're still clamoring to get out of here. You're still clamoring to get out of here right now, but
that's the one I passed though.
Okay.
Bout of madness.
You're speechless and you can't move. You're kind of like stuck in place for now.
Okay. Yeah.
You can't move forward. You are lost with what you saw. So Quentin's come back.
Jaden's gonna get on his knees in front of Quentin and look him and be like, Quentin, you need to come back to us. What's happening? What's going on with you? remember, and I repeat, I'm Jaden. This is Louis. You are here. Remember, we traveled through the jungle. Remember who you are. You're a professor. You're a Viscount.
Popping the
Quentin, old
the
chap.
flask and putting the alcohol underneath, trying to wake him up that way.
I'm just going to slap him around the face. Quentin, old chap, come on.
The Eton way.
Wrong cheek.
Sorry, I fell out of time and mind and memory.
Look, we have
I'll
to
come
get
back
this
to you once I've
gold.
smoked mine
Wait,
enemy's
who's
ruin
got
on
the
mountain.
gold? Who's got the gold thing?
Quentin does in his
Okay, I'll go over and take the gold thing out of his satchel and say, look, we have to put this back.
Big old faraway look in the eyes.
Look, he's the best of us to do this, but he's gone for now. We have to do this. Come on, otherwise none of us are going to get out of here.
Quentin, we need you. You're the most lectured person, the most aware about whatever is going on here. We need your help. We cannot do this without you. You need to snap out of it.
I agree with Elsie. Jackson, will you grab Quentin and help him to his feet? We have to decide which way we're going, south or north. I don't remember. What was the other direction?
There's two ways,
Yes.
south and north.
So
I suggest Louis and myself go either way, and we have someone with us. Louis, you go south. I'll go north. I've always been a Northern Hemisphere chap. And the rest of you, split as you feel. Gwen, you hold this, and I'll pass Gwen the golden thing.
Right.
No, I'm going to take out my rifle, because now it's, like, serious.
Anyone picked up the mask?
No way.
No.
Louis will pick it up.
Did you
He's
lose
carried it before.
Did you lose 1/5 of your sanity, Quentin?
I went from 63 at the start of the day to 20 now, so no, not
Yes.
1/5. Is that 1/5?
Yeah, you lost 60%.
I genuinely
of your
don't know.
sanity.
Dyscalculia, you ask my brain
No,
to numbers
you lost.
and my
You
brain
lost.
goes,
You lost 3/5.
Okay,
okay, that's pretty bad.
so that means you have a permanent insanity. I've been looking this up while you're deciding. So basically, you need to be institutionalized. And recovering for indefinite insanity. After each month of treatment of an indefinitely insane character, safe from further trauma, the player must make a dice roll. Two sorts of care may help to get the character to this point: private care or institutionalization. In choosing the keeper, the player can consider the character's resources, friends, relatives, and past behavior. So yeah,
So
we'll deal with this
private
afterwards.
care,
But you're nuts right now.
Oh, yeah.
You're crazy. Okay. Thank you, chat. Thank you for chat for jumping and helping with that. I was not expecting someone to lose that much sanity today. I didn't think they'd put the mask on and critically succeed on a power roll, because that's the only way they can communicate with Nyarlathotep. But Ben did it. Leave it to players.
What's the worst thing that could happen?
You have to
I'll do that.
You have to critically succeed for that to happen.
To really
Ben.
fail.
And you did it. Wow. Okay. So, we're going back to this. We're going to go put this ward back in place and get the hell out of here. We're coming up on the end of the time here. We're going to wrap this up. All right.
Yeah.
So, you head on down through the tunnel, and you're walking along, and you're brushing away dust and sand from the ages along this golden ward, and it starts to shine as you uncover it and you put the torch to it, and you don't find any breaks in it. And you're following it, and the path kind of twists and turns and goes twists and turns again, and twists and turns again, and then you're faced with another hallway leading to the west in front of you. The smell is unbelievable, and you hold up the lantern, and you can see a big pool of like filth and fat draining out of the wall where there is a crack, and the ward that you have in your hands has been removed, and you see 3 of those larvae squiggling around in this big pool of filth as well. It's about 12 feet in diameter, and it looks like it actually may be quite deep. This big pool of filth that has accumulated outside of this crack that was done so many centuries ago. So you know where you need to put this thing, but you've got this pool of filth between you and it, and you need to figure out a way to get to that crack in the wall to replace this piece of the ward.
Is this that thing where they only give you 4 planks, but none of them is long enough?
Yeah,
You have to work
yeah,
out
exactly.
As a team, how to balance them.
They only give you 4 sticks of dynamite.
Is it possible to do like climb up a wall and kind of do like the shimmy?
Prince of Persia.
Yeah, exactly.
Do a shimmy? So climb up, so you got a sheer wall on either side of you. And
But there's golden, like...
There's like that golden
trim.
inlay going all the way around the middle of the,
You can't,
the inner wall.
you can't get your fingers in there.
It's only like 4 feet off the ground. It's not like he's gonna be able to like hang on to it. Like, you could try.
Okay.
You could
But
try
the gap
to
is
cling
like-
onto it.
So sorry, there's like a 12-foot wide gap.
12
and there's
foot.
like a little bit where you have to put the
It's-
gold back in.
It's trickling out where it's been broken, and it looks like over time, because it's been seeping out for centuries, it looks like it's like a pool. It's kind of deep. It's not like it's just up to your
Gross.
your boots, and you can just like walk into it and just stick it in there. You can wade into this rancid pool of filth that have these larvae kind of like swimming around it. There appears to be 3 of them in total.
We can actually see the larva.
You can see them withering around. Like, some of them are closer to the
pull out
shore,
my
some of them are
gun.
deeper.
And I start shooting at the larva.
And I start blasting.
I mean,
Can I?
do they
can
look
I,
like if they're chunky enough? Yeah, I mean, I would.
Can I wade
Are
in?
you
to put
casting
the
magic
gold back?
missile at the darkness?
Yeah,
If I don't see any clear way to do it, easy way to do it, I'm gonna wade in while Louis shoots at things to put the gold bar back in the wall.
Oh, look at LC taking one for the team. All right, with dynamite in your
big-
teeth.
I pass the dynamite to Gwen
Oh, thanks.
and the Zippo,
Wow.
and I say to her, "There is one embedded in the wall of the tunnel we came in. If you all get out, like that, and they won't be able to follow you." And then I go in with the. I tell you what, I've got the bar in one hand and the cricket bat in the other, and I'm just wading in through the water to get to the gap.
Is the gap big enough for like Louis, Jaden to also shoot at things trying to get close to Elsie? Or is it too tight?
Yeah, like I'm confused because I thought like there were like 3. You said larvae, so if they're noticeable, I was thinking like the
Well, the-
maggots, and if that's the case,
They are the
Tunnel's
maggots.
Quite wide with a
Yeah,
big
the
pool,
tunnel is
but
wide.
The gap
Sorry, go
is
ahead.
on the wall, sort of
Yeah.
further along. And there's a big pool in the corridor, and there's like a gap further along where we've got to put the gold bar back in, but there's a big pool of crap that's poured out of it. Is that right?
That's right. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Oozing out of the inner wall, and it's gotten deep over the ages. It's the whole
Ugh.
width of this room. So the tunnel you're in is like 10 feet across, but it's also like deep pool. But he's wading in. Okay. I'm gonna say, like, Louis, you can just keep shooting until you kill these things before LC goes in. Like, that's fine. I'm not gonna make you roll. You can roll, but did you roll your firearms already this session? You can roll just for prosperity if you want.
sure.
Don't shoot me.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, make me a Constitution roll, LC, as you wade into this filth pool.
I think I've still
Seeping
got
up the
one
walls.
re-roll left.
You want to use that
Oh,
reroll?
I gotta use it. I gotta use it.
Oh! Okay,
So yeah.
So
critical
you-
failure to critical success for people
Right?
listening to us.
so Louis and everybody else just sits there. They're shooting and whacking at these larvae, and they're satisfied they've killed the 3 of them. And you start wading and slow. You put your hands up along the wall. You start kind of shimmying along. You're using it as guidance, and it starts to descend deeper and deeper and deeper. This pool of filth. You keep going, and you start moving towards the middle more, and this thing's deeper than you are tall. It's going to go up over your head, so you're going to have to. Let's say you put your fingers in where that inlay is, and you're kind of pulling yourself along.
Yep.
And you get there, and you reach up, and you put the inlay back where it belongs, where it was removed all those centuries ago by the conquistadors. And as you do so, the whole building just shudders, like almost like an earthquake. All of a sudden hits the area, and you can hear like a growl come from inside, and like dust starts falling all around you, and the whole area starts shaking. And the filth and the fat is contained. It's no longer draining out.
Oh. I'm going to shuffle back the other way.
Sure.
I might just start swimming,
I'll
like
reach an arm out for him.
slightly
when he gets
panicked.
close.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll go in waist deep to help him pull
Sure.
him out. Constitution? Do you want me to roll? Constitution?
Yes. This is to see if he gets sick. That's more what it's for. As you hold it together. You hold it together.
Awesome. So reach out. And grab.
Gwen, thank you.
See, I told you. You'll be here to light our exit, my friend.
Are there any signs of the larva like sticking to his back or anything like that?
No, there are.
Why did you have to bring that up?
No, there are not. There are not
Just
signs of the
wanna be
larva
sure,
sticking to
you
his
know,
back.
Make sure you're okay. Look me in the eye. Yeah, you go.
Star Trek Space Pancakes. That episode where Spock gets hit in the back with the space pancake parasite.
Yeah,
It's like
All right.
Stand By Me. He comes out everywhere. He's just
yeah.
So with a shutter, it's been resealed. And Jackson's like, we should leave. We've come here to do what we meant to do.
Yes, Jackson, let's leave.
Let's get
Let's
some
leave
of that.
this place and forget it.
Let's get some of that treasure on the way out, Jaden. What do you say?
No, you
Don't.
don't need that. I'm rich. I'll take care of you. I put my hand on his strong torso.
All right. He puts his hand on your hand. He says, "Fine. Let's go. Let's get out of here."
I will linger
Hello.
slightly behind as we go up the big tunnel,
Okay.
and I will place a stick.
Another one.
As we get to the top,
Yeah.
I may light one and throw it down the bottom,
To
I
seal
will
this.
pick
So
up
that-
Quentin and make sure Quentin's out first.
so that the bottom of the tunnel
Thanks,
collapses.
Jeff. I
'Cause
was
they're-
just about
they're
to say,
not-
I'll die in the explosion then.
no. We're going to take Quentin with us.
I got him. I'm kidding.
Oh, come on. We have
An
fun and
officer and a
games with him
gentleman
as
moment.
like a
He gives you
table
the
on the
stick
way.
and say, hold on to that.
But I mean, like when we get up to the top of the tunnel, I'll probably throw a stick of dynamite down to the bottom to collapse the bot because they're not. It's not like a huge explosion, isn't it? Dynamite. This stick of
It
dynamite.
would be like if you did like where you went down that first hole. It'd be contained. You could seal that hole over there. It's not. Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
gonna
but
hold the
like
whole
the
area.
tires, not-
If I was at the
pyramid.
top of the sloped long
Yeah.
tunnel and I threw it right down the bottom,
Oh.
it would probably seal the bottom of that.
Depends on how fast it'll roll and how far it'll go. Like you
I
could seal it
make a
halfway
throw
even.
roll. Oh,
Let's
it's
see.
even sealing it halfway would be fine. But I
Okay.
want to. Ah, no, I tell you what. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm going to get to the top and I'm going to throw one down the bottom and I'm going to do my fast bowling technique and try and throw it down the bottom of the tunnel as fast as I can.
And then
Fast-
all the
fastball
golden
special.
thing
Stick of dynamite.
lodged itself.
I don't know. What are you doing? Are you breaking the ward, LC? What are you doing?
No. I'm trying to place a thing down the bottom of the tunnel that will seal it at the T junction
Okay. All right.
to close it off
You want to roll for me?
there.
You're throwing.
Rather than break, I'm not trying to break the seal. Well, I'm not trying to.
Roll me your throwing.
Here we go. I got a. Have I got a no?
No,
I
you
my
used your
reroll,
last
didn't I?
reroll on your critical
We found
I
failure.
got
Yeah.
a throwing
Chat would
roll
like
of
to
like
give me a
104, 100 and...
All right, so you
12.
light the dynamite after everybody's out, toss it down there. It hits close enough to its mark that you're looking for.
Yep.
explodes. The tunnel caves in and seals off the area, like close to or at the T-junction.
Mhm.
Everybody else gets outside. The bloat flies seem to have cleared up that were in the area. You are kind of standing there in shock and awe of what just took place, what you just witnessed, what you saw, what you did down there. Some of the things you did. Some of you still have blood on your hands. Quentin is kind of with it. He's terrified of whatever he saw.
Did what we had to do.
I spoke to it.
You calm down, old chap. You relax. I'll slip some rum in his mouth.
All right.
All right, it eases.
Calm down.
It eases the madness.
It's been a busy day.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
vomit. Actually.
So, you have, I guess, accomplished what you came to Peru to do. You're
I'm not
Ben-
bored anymore.
yeah, you're not bored. You are you're the opposite of bored.
Definitely not.
Your benefactor's dead. You have met a friend. The campaign is going to flash forward 5 years in the future. I'm going to leave it up to you to tell the tale of what you did between those 5 years. I'm going to say all 5 of you kept in contact with one another at certain points. Jackson Elias ended up writing a book based off of your experience here. It was titled The Hungry Dead, which he published in 1923. But he'd made sure to omit most of the bizarre elements that took place. There are no vampires, there are no Carisi, there are no decapitations, animated dead. That is all left out of his book. And he has continued on to go research another book. He has actually picked up the lead with the Marawi. How do you say that, Ben? Marawi? The Bloody
Which
Tongue
one are we
people.
on?
The Bloody Tongue people.
Maori.
Maori, thank you.
Oh.
The
Maori.
Maori, thank you. The Cult of the Bloody Tongue. That is his the
Oh, no,
subject of his
that
next
wasn't
book.
that's not the Maori. Cult of the Bloody Tongue. You didn't tell me.
Oh, it was the Marawi. I can't say it.
Marawi.
How's it?
Thank you.
how's
How'd you spell it?
M''Weru.
Worry.
Mori. The
So,
Cult of the Bloody Tongue. That is his next target.
Apostrophe. Say again. M apostrophe.
WERU. That was one. I'd give you a hint.
Weru.
Okay, I'd give you a hint earlier in the adventure. That was that tribe in Africa that
Yeah.
the Bloody Tongue. So that is his next target. So he writes his book. He goes back to New York, spends some time at Jaden's penthouse, writes his book while he's there, and then he takes off. He takes off on another adventure suddenly one day. And the rest of you go your separate ways. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you when we play next to tell the tale of how you filled in the gap of the next 5 years. But all of you keep in contact. You keep in touch. You send telegrams. Maybe you meet up and you share drinks whenever possible and discuss the adventure you had in Peru. And then
We
when
could all meet up in a few years' time in New York or somewhere.
in New York.
New York.
Yeah. And that is the end of the Peru leg of our journey.
Great, thank you. very much.
Fantastic. That was really cool.
That was.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
I did not expect Quentin to put on that mask and critically succeed. Good stuff.
I
Threw me for a
also
loop, and I'm
did
like,
not
That was
expect that.
awesome.
What are the?
That was
Oh
awesome.
God! What are the
I love the
Sandy
way
Lost
it's 8
rules?
episodes of a prologue.
Expect the unexpected.
Yes. All right. Very good. Thank you, everybody who tuned in and joined us for this leg of the adventure. We'll be back in about 3-4 weeks, where we're going to pick it up. We're going to have Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea, because on Tuesdays we only run adventures and games with the longest names possible, with the most amount of letters. So we're going to be doing that for the next few weeks. But let's do the round table here before we wrap it up. Pete, what do you got going on this week?
Hey, I'm Pete, and on Thursday we have Traveller episode 5, where there's all kinds of weird stuff
No, it's
going on with
episode
our
4
mega,
because there were 2 episode 3s.
or there were 3A and B. You're right. So episode 4.0. It's our mega meta Traveller show where we have too many players and the patrons decide what's going on in the background with the world building, etc. And there's lots of subterfuge and shenanigans going on since there's been a bombing of the Traveller Aid Society on the High Nexus space station above Tothan. And we're going to have I think on Thursday, we're going to have a search and rescue operation with Jeff being the muscle.
It's true.
Jeff's the muscle.
I don't think it's gonna go well though, but
Tothan lied.
I've been building little walls in Foundry for the last couple of nights.
Very good. Megan, what's hitting the table this weekend if you have your way?
I love how you said that if I have my way.
Well, your kids commandeered it last time.
I know. So today or this Wednesday we're going to play Life, but it's the 1980s edition. So yeah, it should be pretty exciting, and we'll see where that goes. I haven't played Life in a decade, so I'm excited.
Would you say in a donkey's age?
Yes, I would, Matt.
Is that the game of life?
It is the game of life.
Oh, okay, yes. Okay.
It's just called Life in North America.
Oh,
because
okay.
They struggle with too many words.
Because we had be a winner at the game of life.
They use that
And
song
that
in the
was,
advertisements here as well. But yeah, we just
Okay,
call it
cool.
Life. Or no, we call it Game of Life.
It's called Destin in French.
It's called what? Sorry?
Destin in French. Destiny. Destin.
Oh, I thought you said Death Star for a minute there. I was like, that's
Destin.
cool.
Star Wars Game of Life.
And the
At
commercial
the
was
end,
like
you
with
win
the
by
grand
building a
saying-
Death Star and destroying everyone else.
What, you fire your torpedoes down a small... No, anyway, sorry.
But yeah, that's what I got. So yeah, stay awesome, everyone.
Very good. Callum, what do you got going on this week?
Well, hopefully I'm waiting for my editor, but that's it. The text-only version of Paris Gondo should be ready. Hopefully, before we start again Masks of Nyarlathotep, it should be out on my itch store, so rollyspot.itch.io. Go follow there so you can grab a copy. So the game is Paris Gondo, the life-saving magic of inventorying. Otherwise, I'm recording more film studies recently. So the next one I'm going to release, it's one about Blade with Alex Roberts and Eric Bernard. But I recorded one about Fast and Furious 5 with Grant Howitt and Anna Queen. And this week, I should record one about hackers with Phil Vecchione and another guest. Oh yeah, I also recorded one with James D'Amato and Scott Malthouse about A Knight's Tale. So that's my big editing backlog. So.
Wow.
Planet.
Hackers and Knight's Tale. Awesome.
Fast and Furious 5 and Blade. And there's the thing
Blade
coming.
2. I still stand by Blade 2. Highlight. The peak of that, the pinnacle of that trilogy. Jeff.
yeah, so twitch.tv/the lollygaggers. We're playing our Delta Green game on Friday, North American time, 8 Central. And then on Monday, we're back on the Free League Publishing channel, playing Things from the Flood. And on the opposite Mondays, we play Alien. And you can come watch, Matt do his super southern voice.
Do my super southern voice.
Yeah, we can. He does his
I
best
do
Foghorn
declare.
Leghorn
I
impression.
do declare that I will survive this alien campaign.
Will you?
That sounds like me doing a southern voice. That's really bad.
Peter, you do not understand how
I
to do
do
a proper
declare,
proper
you.
southern voice. Ben, what do you got going on this week?
It looks like I'm going to be watching a lot of Foghorn Leghorn
Yes.
cartoons. No, not doing that. This week, I am playing Spire on Friday with my elite team of dangerous lunatics who are probably all going to die because they went, episode 1, find out a little bit of information. Episode 2, find out a little bit more. Episode 3, storm the castle. Bad choice, guys. Bad choice. But they want to do it, so we'll let them.
Aaron's going
What
down.
else? Yeah. Oh God, yeah. What else we got going on? Me and Matt have started collaborating on a Spectaculars idea, which we're going to run across 2 continents and 4 games in a mega mighty meta mystic.
It's going to be good.
Something else that begins with M.
Going to be awesome.
Mayhem.
Malteser.
We've got Monday next week. We've got another watch party with Millie GM, who's doing the world's laziest GM prep by watching The Expanse, because The Expanse RPG is coming up soon, and that's going to be so awesome.
Yeah.
I've been practicing my Belter accent for when Belter Loader get into space in it. And Tuesday, what happens on Tuesday? This happens on Tuesday, and then
no, it's Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea.
It's Alphabet Soup Tuesdays on Garblag Games.
Yeah. And there's what we're doing at the weekend, Matt. You forgot to say what
we're doing GaryCon. I'm running Alien at GaryCon for Free League Games. I'm going to have all 4 Garblags of the Garpocalypse in this game. I'll be running it, and Ben and Pete and Millie will all be players in it. I need to recruit
I'm going to die so hard.
I need another player to join us. I need one more. And then GaryCon, that's at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. What is that GMT? My GMT, folks. 5 GMT on Saturday?
Depends if it's Saturday or Sunday.
It's
What's
Saturday.
The date you said?
It's the 27th?
27th?
27th.
Saturday.
Yeah, it's the 27th.
Bit much for my family, so I'm gonna pass.
Oh.
Yes, 27th.
I'd love
Maybe
it,
we
but-
could find someone else out there in the crew who might be.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could probably drum up someone.
I was gonna put the feelers out this week to some folks.
But
Sorry,
just to interrupt for a moment. Next Wednesday, we do have.
Oh, we do. Woofrup.
New Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay starting on Garblag Games.
Hopefully,
which is
depending on how the test
Once upon a time in the old world, and Jim is running a show. We're going to have Warhammer Wednesdays. Very handy hashtag that we can share with Cubicle 7, coincidentally. And we'll be running a long-term Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay show on Garblag Games. Jim will be running it. He runs the Woofrup Games Masters group on Facebook, and he is Goust on our Dragonlance show, and a wonderful addition to many of our shows. And surely everyone will enjoy him being a games master. And Roger and Dan and a few other folks are playing in that game, so that's going to be great. And hopefully that's starting next Wednesday.
cool.
Oh, and it's not too late to vote on whatever I'm going to be playing next on Garblag at the minute. What's winning at the minute? Oh, that's interesting. Vampire 2nd Edition Dark Ages is in the lead, tied with a homebrew D&D 5e game. There we go.
Is that the Spelljammer-ish?
Spelljammer-ish, yeah. It's
Uh,
not Spelljammer, but it's Spelljammer adjacent.
Ah,
Fully compatible with your Spelljammer needs.
is
Yes.
that a speak and Spelljammer?
Thursday, I am running Forbidden Lands of the Bitter Reach campaign, our once a month campaign on the Free League Publishing site Twitch page, and Ben is in that and Millie's in that. We have 2 of the 4 Garblags, I guess 3 of the 4 Garblags because I count in that one. That's on Tuesday. What time GMT, Ben?
Early?
7 or 8 GMT.
It's
on the Free League
because
channel.
7 till 9 our time, and then we go
Yeah.
straight across to Garblagging, don't we?
Yeah.
Traveler.
On the
Traveler.
Free League channel on 7 p.m. on the Garblag on the Free League channel on Thursday. As they mentioned, it will be at GaryCon, virtual GaryCon, and then on Sundays I'm running Forbidden Lands on the Free League channel again, using the Hot of Dark Springs Island Adventure, and that's a North American 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you everybody for joining us. We'll be back in a few weeks with the continuation of this adventure, but otherwise we'll be back with Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea next week, Tuesday. Have a great week.
Cannot wait to be reunited with Mike Jackson. I'm
Jackson.
sure it's gonna be great.